everyone, Miss Wilkins here. I'm going to walk you through the cello part for the New World Symphony by Antonin Dvorak. This is movement 4, arranged by Deborah Baker Monday. So we're going to start in second position, which means I'm going to find B with my first finger. Normally I played B with third finger, but I'm going to play it with first finger. And I'm going to play that Jaws opening sounding section, that half step with 1 and 2. Now here in measure 4, I'm going to use third finger to play that C sharp. Okay, so that right there in measure 4, I'm using third finger. Then I'm going to shift up a half step, put my finger on C, and notice that my second finger will land on C sharp and my fourth finger will land on D sharp. And then I can shift back to first position. Now at measure 7, we're going to go into fourth position. So here's why we were practicing all that fourth position. So it's yellow on my cellos, or the note E. I'm going to give a stop in between these next notes. First position. Okay, so let me do that again. And shift back up. Now I'm going to walk you through this slowly. I'm going to shift my first finger up to my blue tape, which is the harmonic A, and find that second finger. Now, when I come back, I'm going to come back and find E, my yellow. My third finger will be right across. So, to reach that B, my thumb is not coming around. I'm not bringing it all the way around. It's just one note. We're going to... Okay, so that's that tricky part right there. Moving on to measure 23, we do have a little bit of an extension. It shouldn't be too hard though. And we're going to shift here to C natural, play second finger D, back to first position. Okay, so that's how that's going to work right there. Let's follow my fingering. Coming up in measure 41, we're going to stay in the open hand position, and no, it doesn't look like we should, but we do have an F sharp coming up in measure 42. So follow my fingering carefully. We're going to hop to second here, and we're perfectly set up for that F sharp. Same thing. Okay, so that's that fingering. It happens again in 51. Now then we have this little teeny weeny little measure that is a big problem. It's a small measure, but a big problem. We are going to be slowing down there. And so for practice purposes, we're just going to do this slowly. So open G. I'm going to find our B flat with our first finger, which is a half step up from first position. Now fourth, C sharp is going to land nicely on our fourth finger. Shift back just a half step. And we've got our 1 and our 4. We're going to go back to B flat. And our fourth finger lands nicely on C sharp. And we're going to shift up to E. And fourth finger will be right there. So again. Now Now this is slowing down. There's a retard written there, so really don't, we're going to be doing it slowly, but I would encourage you to practice it out of tempo, and then we'll get a little bit faster. At the solo, I encourage you all to take a look at the solo at measure 64. There is the last two notes of it. I do tell you to block the fifth. You can do a couple of things. You can land on the A and then roll it over to the D string for that G. If your finger's long enough and you can reach, mine isn't that greatly, that long. I sort of roll it, but I can sort of reach both strings if I cover, but I have a really short pinky. So I can block that fifth. You can do that. That's probably the most efficient, so you don't have to do the hopping thing because it's really quick in the passage. And then we have a similar thing on the next page. And with second finger, you can block a little bit easier, okay? So holding your finger across both of those strings. Measure 78 is pretty nasty. But we're going to use that same idea that if we put our finger on E flat, which is D sharp, as it's notated in the part, our fourth finger will lie nicely onto F sharp. Right? So that's how you get those notes. You just find it. And we're coming back for the A. Right, in first position. So you've got to come back and then really extend for that F sharp where the little 4+ sign is. Then we're staying in extended hand position in the next measure. So that we can get set up for measure 80 where we have to play an F sharp. Now I've notated the B as a third finger because we're playing C natural there, so we can come out of closed hand position and come out of open hand position and come back into closed hand position. Okay, then you should be fairly home free. Just be careful 2 measures later where there is a D sharp on the A string marked right there. Coming up, we have some 16th notes, 2 before, so 97. So just make sure that you're playing 4 notes. It is not a tremolo. And then we have some nice double downs right there. And then the end will bring us back to, you need to shift into fourth position. Okay, so just remember that fingering from earlier before. Okay, that will do it for this piece. I'm sure there's going to be lots of little details here and there, but this is just the major events in this part. Have fun, take care, practice hard, and I'll see you in the next video.